everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. Got one for you today. This time, Nathan Suher is behind the camera with a film called Higher Methods, an independent film that Nathan directed and Lenny Schwartz wrote. And we get the story of Matthew, who is an actor, but he's in LA, but he's searching for something a little more than just the next acting gig. And as he goes on this search, he runs into an eclectic group of individuals and characters as he takes this journey looking for something that was lost, as well as looking for something in himself. And it is a wild, surreal ride. Wow, this film is as if an actor got up on stage during open mic night and did some free-form poetry about being an actor in LA, plus something personal about themselves that happened in their past. I mean, it's that surreal. Now, that's not means that it's disjointed. No, we do have a narrative in here if you're paying attention, a linear one, but it kind of branches out and comes back, kind of expands, contracts as far as scope and imagery and other things that are going on in here. Now, Matthew's played by Michael Cristoforo. And I loved his performance in here as this guy who is confident up front, and then as things go along and you learn more about him and what his actual purpose is, being in LA, you become more connected with him and you feel for him. He's a very sympathetic character for sure. And then the other characters, speaking of characters that he runs into, are just wild. Whether it's Shannon, played by Jamie Lynn Bagley, who is, they hit it off right away. She's an actress, and the dialogue between these two was very interesting and almost rhythmic, as was with Matthew and the Muse, played wonderfully by Abigail Jean Lucas, who, when you first are introduced to this character, you're not quite sure where she fits into things, and then as it plays along, she ends up having a bigger role, and I like that, much like a Muse, right? And then there's Aaron Andrade, who, wow, this guy embodies every tropish, cliche, whatever acting coach you ever ran into in his John Edward Marcus. It was great. It was really great. So you got all these different types of characters in here interacting with one another and keeps it interesting. Also the editing. And I mentioned surreal. There is surreal imagery in here, as it's LA, drugs are involved. And we get to see the perspective of the characters while they're taking their various trips. And the line between reality and fantasy blurs, as people go method, more or less, taking it to a higher method in their acting. I liked how the story plays out, and it's almost like a mystery of sorts as it goes along. It varies in tone from humorous to dark to somewhere between dramatic so it takes all of these different turns as well, and it kept me interested. I couldn't quite tell where it was going to go next, and I love when a movie does that, and Higher Methods will do that for you. So yeah, if you get a chance, try to check it out. I believe it's on the festival circuit right now. I'll put as much information as I can down below, but you should really, if you're looking for something different in your indie film, this is the one for you. Now, was made on a smaller budget, but they make the most of it. It didn't run into a number of the aesthetic pitfalls that you get with indie films, especially within the audio was solid. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. We got a lot of great tiers there. Like, subscribe, and all that here. I thank you for your support. And as always, remember, keep that ticket stub.